दाइले एउटा क्वेशन सोध्यो
हजुर भन न
यहाँ के नेपालबाट चाहिँ त्यहाँसम्मको जर्नी चाहिँ कसरी सुरु भयो त्यस्तो टाइपको
that goes a long way back undergrad गर्नको लागि आएको 2011 August till September बाट सुरु गरे so I actually didn't want to come to Germany त्यति बेला or I was just trying out universities in the UK and some liberal arts colleges US ma and I kind of came for the university when I went Jakobsma and yeah, ever since it's just been the country I just hooked up with the country. It's been pretty interesting. Comparatively there's a lot of opportunities in this country. Just figure out garna janna parcha. It's a tough nut considering language ko barrier etauti tara it's a pretty good place to live. Quality of life ramro cha. Design thinking ko particular usma chai I first did design thinking 2011 my first semester of undergrad ma euta professor ko euta course ma gareko thiए अनि that also kind of changed my perspective on what I wanted to do with life jasto because I started with electrical engineering and computer science first semester ma social entrepreneurship ko euta class लिएको थिए त्यसमा design thinking exposure भयो अनि त्यसपछि I knew that okay there's no point for me being an entrepreneur or no for me being an engineer electrical engineer. Design thinking actually inspired me to change my career. I went into becoming something else. के छ तिम्रो कोही बोल्दैन नि त यार सबजना रितिका के छ हालखबर तिम्रो आवाज कस्तो सानो आइरहेछ
म सानो छोरी बोलिरहनु
छैन त्यस्तो चाहिँ मैले सुने त ठुलो नै हुन्छ त्यति बेला नेपालमा भेट्दाखेरि
ए अहिले अझै सानो आइरहेछ
अहिले ठिकै छ कस्तो भयो तिम्रो डे yesterday
एकदमै रमाइलो लाग्यो मलाई चाहिँ
लाइक सपनामा आइडियाहरु सोच्न थाल्यो के तिम्रो कति जना छन् Okay, well we are game खेलाउन लाग्छ तिमीहरुलाई
Hello Aman.
हजुर
Are you on LinkedIn?
हजुर छ नि
नाम Aman Bhattrai छ ले
Okay, we do one round of quick ice-breaking session while we're still waiting for some more people. Barsa texted saying she will be 5 minutes later, so hopefully she joins. What we do is we need to share our superpower. Tell about one superpower that you have. Everybody has a superpower. It's something that you're really good at and which you're really proud of. So let's start with some sharing. Rahul, why don't you start?
Okay, superpower. I used to consider it as my flaw, but now I think that this is my superpower because I'm kind of emotional and I usually अर्को दुःख चाहिँ देख्न सक्दिन जस्तै लाग्छ कि मलाई चाहिँ हैन अनि पहिला चाहिँ फर्स्ट लाग्छ एउटा कारणले अनि अहिले चाहिँ आई थिंक दैट इज माय सुपर पावर एन्ड बिकज अफ दैट आई बीन मोटिभेटेड अनि धेरै मान्छेले हेल्प गर्न मलाई मोटिभेसन आफैबाट आउँछ नि त्यसले गर्दा काम गर्न पनि मलाई हुन्छ नि इनर्जाइज हैन अनि दैट्स व्हाई त्यही सिलसिलाले गर्दा नै अनि आई चोज सोशल वर्क एन्ड आई बीन learning social work and trying to help and reach out those people who can't help themselves and those who can those like I think that is my superpower.
Absolutely, that's so sweet. That's great. Ritika, what's your superpower?
मेरो त जति खाएर पनि नमोटाउनु
I wish I had that superpower. Well, that's interesting. Let's see. Bubbles, where are you?
Hi, I'm eating, but never mind. I connect with Rahul, I think. Actually, pani khanchu la. So yeah, I connect with Rahul when he said that you know, he's very emotional and everything. So I feel like मेरो पनि superpower त्यही नै होला, that I feel way too much for other people, okay? And it's like, to give a small example, when because my family is बाहिरतिर हैन, so whenever I see somebody going abroad, मलाई एकदमै हुन्छ नि, I feel like so emotional. अनि जसको मान्छेहरू loved ones बाहिर गएर छ उनीहरू बरु त्यति स्याड हुँदैन होला, म त्यति स्याड भएर बसिरहेको हुन्छु. So I feel way too much for other people. अनि मलाई पनि राहुल जसरी at times I feel like that's a weakness जस्तो feel हुन्छ, but then again कति धेरै कुराले चाहिँ no, it's a superpower, just it's a virtue जस्तो लाग्छ.
Design thinking मा त्यसलाई के भन्छ थाहा छ? Empathy हिजो सिके हैन? Right? So you develop the understanding for others. It is a superpower, because when you will actually think on doing anything, you will start from the user. You feel the other person. So it is a superpower. तिम्रो सब design thinker already थियो के? Just थाहा थिएन सबको superpower भित्रै छ. Okay, let's find some more superpowers. Ashok.
Yeah.
So what's your superpower?
Hi everybody. So सबको different superpower हुन्छ होला. Maybe सबैसँग हल्का हल्का जुन भनेपछि चाहिँ राहुल एन्ड अल्सोसँग भन्नुस् त्यो पावर पनि हैन. Yeah, आवाज सानो आइरहेछ?
अलि ठिक भइरहेछ.
Okay, sorry about that. So Rahul and Arjun तिनीहरु भने जस्तै I do have that हैन, but म त्यसलाई चाहिँ हाइलाइट गर्दिन. I would like to highlight कि I am a friendly person. So त्यो चाहिँ मेरो सुपर पावर जस्तो लाग्छ कि लाइक कुनै ग्रुपमा अथवा कुनै हुन्छ नि एउटा नयाँ सोशल ग्यादरिङ्समा के I can be that person कि लाइक I could introduce myself to them and get to know the people. Okay, so त्यो चाहिँ ममा छ जस्तो लाग्छ. रियली हुन्छ नि नयाँ मान्छे छ अथवा स्ट्रेन्जर छ, so go to them and try to know any impression or the first impression is last impression भन्छ नि हैन. So बेला चाहिँ जस्ट हुन्छ नि रियली एकदम लिसन गर्ने कि तिनीहरुले हुन्छ नि what they have अथवा तिनीहरुको इन्ट्रेस्ट के छ, स्टोरी के छ, किनकि we all are different book हैन. So त्यसै चाहिँ अझै एक्सप्लोर गर्न मन लाग्ने हैन. So जुन फ्रेन्डली हुन मन लाग्ने, so that would be I would consider my superpower.
That's great. Okay. Who else wants to share? सब लुकेर बसिरहेछ. Okay, Ashish came up.
Okay, it was really fun listening to everyone. I guess it's same. I can relate to a lot of people. Human being भएपछि I prioritize my humanity and a lot of human power, right? मेरो सुपर पावर भन्दा नि something that I'm noticing एक दुई वर्षमा नोटिस गरेको कुरा चाहिँ I like multitasking. पहिले चाहिँ मन पर्दैन थियो, तर I'm becoming so good at multitasking. Like I do so many things एकैचोटि, I'm involved in so many कुरा and kind of like jack of all जस्तो भइरहेको छु, but मेरो चाहिँ यही नै रहेछ इन्ट्रेस्ट जस्तो लाग्यो, like officially float गर्ने. Or like माथिबाट हेर्ने, but एकदम माइक्रो म्यानेज अथवा सानो कुराहरू अथवा त्यस्तो नगर्ने जस्तो लागिरहेछ. And I really enjoy the things I'm doing.
No, that's perfect. That's exactly how it should be. There is no right thing or there is no wrong thing, and everybody has their own definition of right and wrong. So त्यही कुरा गर्दाखेरि, so Barsha has just joined. As a punishment, we have a activity task for you. You need to tell 2 superpowers of yours.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry first because I was in middle of somewhere unavoidable task superpower. Okay, so मैले हिजो मेरो नाम फिभी राखेको थिएँ, so I think it explains एउटा superpower. मेरो close friends, Ritika is here, one of my really close person who knows me well. So मेरो जति पनि close friends they tell me like you're weird like Phoebe or funny like Phoebe हुन्छ नि. Close मान्छेसँग अरूमा त I am reserved आफ्नो comfort zone. So I think I can like crack stupid jokes or be very funny stupid. अर्को कुरा भनेको I think I can speak with a command or with emotions based on the situation. Like म रोइदिन पनि सक्छु स्पिचमा चाहिँ I can really write for my speech अनि कमान्डमा थर्काउन पनि सक्छु. So I think yeah.
That is a valid superpower. Great.
Thank you.
Anybody else wants to share? No. How many Anuj, हामी कतिजना भयौं? Do we have enough people of the right team?
12 people are there. Group 2 को चाहिँ आज अलि कम हुनुभयो.
Group 2 मा को थियो?
आशिष र तर रिजिना र कैलाश चाहिँ अहिलेसम्म आइपुगेको छैन त्यही भएर. तर we can manage है किनकि ग्रुप सी र ग्रुप डी मा चाहिँ 4 जना हुनुहुन्छ. डिभाइड गर्न चाहिँ मिल्छ.
तर डिभाइड गर्न मिल्दैन नि त किनभने you have to follow the story.
Okay, then
you were working on a different user.
Okay, then
do we have a contact detail of
Kailash? Okay, I'll try to be connected with them.
At least 2 जना मात्रै भयो भने पनि it would be good.
Okay,
because then the experience would be.
म actually connect गर्न खोज्छु है त मेरो यहाँ personally.
Okay. Anybody else wants to share? Otherwise I'll go into the slides. Wait, sir. Who wants to share the superpower? No.
Why don't you share your superpower?
Oh yeah, good.
I make amazing butter chicken.
Vegetarians?
I know, that's why I was teasing you. No, that's the other side of thing. With what Ashish also said, I can become an expert in something in a very short period of time. I guess that also fits my role as a consultant. Just to give an example, 4 months ago, one company CEO hired us, and we just had to tell or figure out a particular technology which I had even done any depth of, the whole IoT भन्छ नि, अनि उनीहरुको entire त्यो तिमीहरुको प्लेनमा ट्राभल गरेछ, I guess most of you have already done it. तिमीहरुको लगेज जुन डब्बामा जान्छ नि त्यसलाई ULDs भन्छ हैन. अनि there's one company of Lufthansa Group which is like an industry leader in that, and their management board basically hired us and gave us 4 weeks to basically say how should they use this particular technology and to expand all over the world. I studied logistics, but your particular domain was completely new for me, and in span of 4 weeks I had to become an expert in that to be able to convince the CEO of that company that how they should do. And those guys have been in the industry for like 20-30 years. Jati industry ma kaam garecha ma त्यो जन्मेको पनि थिएन होला के त्यति बेला. So the same goes with design thinking as well. It's very easy for me to grasp new things and become like sounding like an expert. Or the depth ma paper lekhna thale भने I'm not an expert. But to fake as an expert, I think I can do pretty well with that. And that also goes in hand that I can speak a lot. I was a public speaker पहिला. अहिले अलिकति कम छ. I think those are my superpowers. I can speak and make it fair.
I was expecting like the acting craze.
Nowhere
like your nickname, superpower name.
I dance. I can dance very well. You can find me on YouTube at Tauti. Not 20 videos. Okay. Then
are you on TikTok?
I made 3 TikTok videos. That's all, and most of them are on private. But you can find me on TikTok. Yeah, acting मलाई खासै आउँदैन के.
Archana is here. If you
want
to learn online course, pay गरेर you can just ask Archana to.
त गरे हो. हिसाब बराबर गर्नुपर्छ. डिजाइन थिंकिङ सिकायो, मलाई एक्टिङ सिकाउँछ अहिले.
Right, we know about that.
Yeah. Okay. म स्क्रिन शेयर गर्छु. यो मलाई स्क्रिन शेयरिङ डिसेबल गरिदियो यार यो होस्टले. ओइ होस्ट, Anuj. Solti हरायो त.
View finder is not to be found on view anymore.
कता गयो यार. रुक.
Nice joke. Kali se Archana ko लाग्यो, not for you, Aman.
अरे एकछिन मात्र हटिरहेको के ग्रुपबाट छैन रे.
यो सोल्टीले मलाई डिसेबल गरिदिए मेसेज गरिहाल्नु पर्यो. Anybody else wants to share their superpower immediately when I'm figuring this out?
Why don't you share? Ritika, you have so many superpowers.
Ritika le भन्यो नि अघि.
I missed it. Yeah, that's your superpower. I know that.
Okay. What we're gonna do today, first we will continue with the exercise. I hope you all have your access to the Google Drive. Do you have it? Right. Then after we finish that exercise, I stumbled upon this very interesting article the other day that basically talks about using design thinking in your life, or how to design think your life. And particularly among the crowd that we have, you guys are some students or young professionals. Most of you guys are students, right? Or have been working part-time as well. And the important challenge we always face is to what to do with our life. You know, तिम्रो कसैको passion छ, तर there might be people like me who does not have one particular passion. You know, I can relate to many things. And maybe some of you guys are super lucky and you know that you want to be a singer and you want to go over there, or you want to be a theater artist, you become a theater artist, or you want to be a public speaker and become a politician afterwards, something, right? So how can you possibly design think your life in this way so that you can get or curate a personalized or a meaningful journey for yourself? I'll share with you. I'm gonna share your Google folder link with you guys as well. Yo hostले मलाई अझै दुःख दिइराछ. मैले Zoom को chat मा I've sent you guys a link.
You can share the screen है अब अहिले चाहिँ
ल बल्ल पनिशमेन्ट दिनु पर्ने. यो के रे होस्टलाई पनिशमेन्ट के दिने त भन त, कम्युनिटीले जनता डिसाइड्स.
Okay, I was calling other guy कि आउँछ कि आउँदैन भनेर के म बिजी
ल ठीक छ त्यसमा
सिचुएसन राख्नु पर्यो अर्को सजा पनिशमेन्ट अरु पनि
ल के त. Let me share my screen now. अब चाहिँ खोल्ला. Tell me when you are able to see. Hi, welcome to day 2.
Yeah, we can see it.
Can?
Yeah.
Okay, here now. Cool. So coming back to how we started and where we are. Okay? Yesterday was understanding, observing, and synthesis. If we remember this triangle, हामी सुरुमा कसरी गरे, मैले तिमीहरुलाई के भने, we need to find a way. I need ideas. I gave a very rough ideas that I need some ideas on how I could possibly take my crush on a virtual dating or date on it. You know, that's the first part of user-centric answer. It's very niche or very broad, but we basically don't know where we stand. Then we went up. We started identifying how you particularly relate to that particular challenge. Then you started asking the user, right? You went up like in a broad level. Then at the end of the day, you guys pivoted after listening to your experience, after listening to your user's experience. Then you pivoted what is actually the problem you want to solve. Okay, that what we have as a synthesis. You know, you guys somehow created, okay, how might we particularly help this particular person to do something? You have a user, you have a challenge, and you have a task ahead. So the next part of design thinking, when you have that, is ideation. Okay, and that's what we're going to do today: ideation, prototyping, and quick testing. So ideation to few techniques or so we might not be able to do all of them today, or maybe just use quick adaptation of it. There is one way of doing ideation that's called silent brainstorming. It sometimes works on some kind of people, on some kind of people or some situation it does not work. So silent brainstorming, you just sit there, write down your ideas individually on a sticky note. And you don't speak, no judgment of any kind. Sticker you write it, you put it on the wall as much as possible. Right? When you are ideating, there is no limit. As long as you have post-its, you keep your ideas flowing. You put your ideas on the board, and when everyone puts their ideas on the board, then you explain. And no questions asked. So when, let's say, Ashish puts an idea and he puts on the board, Barsa, you're not going to question Ashish. He explains, you listen, right? Ani, it's like others listen and create additional ideas. But you explain gorunjelsamma राख्यो. त्यसपछि जब तिम्रो टाइम आयो Barsa, then what would you do? If you find something relatable which you can add on to that, then you would add another sticky note in. So design thinking is always about building up on others' ideas as well. You do not criticize, but you build up on other ideas. There's a difference, right? So this is very effective. You guys can use it on let's say any other task that you might be doing, whenever you need to ideate about something. So feel free to use this. Interesting brainstorming with constraint. Usually हामीलाई problem हामी के सोच्छौं भने हाम्रो ideation वा solution oriented मा जाँदाखेरि सुरुमै most of the time technology जुन त्यो अगाडिको मैले तीनटा बबल्स देखाएको थिएँ नि business technology र human को कुरा गर्दाखेरि हैन we immediately go in terms of let's say technology छ okay म एउटा app बनाउँछु अथवा यो बनाउँछु एउटा website बनाइदिन्छु easily हाम्रो दिमाग त्यतिर जान्छ हैन because we have seen that we can relate to that. तर one interesting way of brainstorming is also सोच कि if there is no electricity, अब सोच न like आजको challenge मा long distance मा छौ electricity नै छैन भने romantic date मा कसरी लान्छौ त हैन त्यो पनि एउटा challenge भयो त्यसैले then that helps you go outside the box के अर्को कुरा छ when money does not matter billionaire छ तिम्रो हैन अब के गर्छौ how could the date like when there is no gravity in a sense either that could be like there is actually zero gravity where you are just floating up in space or there is no force pulling you down हैन एउटा user empathy मा कुरा गर्दाखेरि I think we had a point that daddy is strict or parents are strict भनेर कुरा आएको थियो हैन when the parents are not strict, let's say there is no force or nothing pulling you down, what would happen? Or there is no app, mobile phone नै छैन like the mobile phone हामी जसरी 90s मा 90s को किडहरु early 2000 तिर जस्तो थियो हैन त्यो नोकिया को स्नेक वाला गेम वाला त्यो लेभलको मोबाइल छ 60 to 30 के भन्थे नि त्यस्तो छ एपै छैन how would you tackle this problem so always and that could be a lot of things just some examples I gave it to you. So whenever you are brainstorming it's always helpful to keep this constraint and सबै ठाउँमा अब जस्तो whenever you doing something brainstorming with constraint यो मात्र युज गर्न भन्ने पनि हुँदैन हैन so you would have to let's say apply multiple different brainstorming ideas so that you get wild ideas okay it's basically a flavor of getting different ideas. So you guys could apply this particular thing also during the ideation today. सोच न maybe एपै थिएन भने कसरी गर्छ हाम्रो सिचुएसनमा त एप छ तर just to think outside the box ideas try using that within your team हैन अर्को हुन्छ सुपर हिरो ब्रेनस्टर्मिङ तिमी राय समाल भइदिएको भए हैन there's nothing impossible for you to do हैन रजनीकान्त राख्नु पर्ने होइन तर नेपाली कन्टेक्स्टमा राय समाल राखे युजुअली म रजनीकान्त राख्छु there's nothing impossible to do हैन त्यो if you were रजनीकान्त if you were राय समाल how would you solve this particular problem हैन राय समालले यो लाइक हाम्रो च्यालेन्जमा कसरी सल्भ गर्थ्यो होला अर्को कुरा when you are a billionaire president डोनाल्ड ट्रम्पले यो प्रब्लम कसरी सल्भ गर्थ्यो होला or you have the supernatural power superman or batman or के भन्छ डेडपुल हो how would this particular person with his supernatural power would be solving this ideas. So your interesting ways of thinking outside the box ideas, ideation session, make them help also. And you guys can really use this in any part of, not only when you're doing design thinking, when you're doing thinking at all on anything, you can apply this, right? So what we're gonna do today, first, on this slide of your team page, you will start generating ideas. First thing, synthesis is now you need to write your challenge. So what you need to do is, how might we enable, help, support, whatever, your persona. So whoever was your persona, who is, meaning executive, usko behavior के छ त हैन अर्को को थियो इफ आई रिमेम्बर को एकदम के रे क्रसको अगाडि एकदम शाई छ भनेर प्रणयको थियो कि कसको थियो हैन उसको पर्सनमा राइट अब
yes
त्यो एक्जेक्टिभ who is very shy, who has a particular situation हैन अनि who needs to do what, अनि in a world where or while inside चाहिँ अब त्यो उसको basically what you have derived. So you need to formulate your challenge first of all, right? What you are trying to solve. That's called your point of view. And you're gonna tackle this particular challenge and describe the solutions. So I'll give you guys around 10 minutes, and an ideation is fun. 10 minutes to 2 minutes, say use it for challenge, writing your challenge, in a team again. Quickly discuss and then put what you want to solve at a particular line or a statement. Do not try to have multiple challenges. There is one challenge you are solving. Okay? And when you have that, then there are 3 boxes, and I think we have 3 people in a team. Key 4, so it doesn't matter. You can just build up on other ideas, but write as much as ideas as possible. The text, notepad, text box use garera Google Sheet ko. And start writing your ideas. In the particular challenge, what could be your ideas? You guys can use the brainstorming techniques that I briefly talked to you. Depends upon how you do it. Maybe you ideate, all right, let's do a quick round where, let's say, I don't want to create an app, but what would be the solutions look like? Within yourself, manage your team, and you come up with ideas. Any questions on this?
So how long this gap will be?
10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes.
Just making sure एउटा challenge को लागि चाहिँ धेरै solution describe गर्ने कि
हजुर एउटा मात्रै challenge use गर्छ तिमीले हैन, based on what you have identified. Then you write as many solutions as possible. No judgment.
Okay.
Right? जति तिम्रो दिमागमा 10 वटा आइडिया आउँछ भने 10 वटा आइडिया लेखिराख्ने हैन, अहिले के एक्सप्लेन गर्नै पर्दैन. Just write it, because then there will be a second round where you will be sharing your ideas and then identifying what ideas you want to pursue. Okay?
So do we only write the solutions on the describe solutions wala part, or do we also write on how might we wala thing?
Your challenge, you will write it. Your how might we example dekho your box ma chahi you write your how might we.
Okay.
First of all, 2 minute time use गरेर अगाडि go. त्यसपछि चाहिँ you guys go into solution. You do not need to write a whole description of it. Quickly till I just explaining what your ideas could be. Right? Okay. Any other questions, guys? No? Okay. Anuj, how will we be able to split everything?
Yeah, all you मिल्छ.
Team equal भयो?
इक्वल. मैले अस्मितालाई चाहिँ ग्रुप 2 मा राख्दै, किनकि कैलाश र रेजिना आएको थिएन. रेजिनासँग कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ उसको नेटमा प्रब्लम रहेछ आजलाई, नर्मली जस्तो रहेछ. कैलाश चाहिँ मेबी 20 मिनेट पछि आउँछ कि जस्तो कुरा गरिरहेको रहेछ.
Okay. So Asmita, are you fine with that? Asmita, are you there? मान्छे हराएको सूचना. नत्र आशिषले फेरि एकजनाले मात्रै आइडिएसन गर्न पर्छ नि. Hopefully. But that would not help so much. Otherwise, what we can do is actually one of us could join you, Ashish. But I should not, because you guys are working on me, because I'm your persona, right? So at least Anuj could join Ashish's team. So do that, Anuj. You join Ashish's team and help him ideate.
Okay, sure.
है सो अस्मिता तिमी आशिष र अनुज भएर टिम बीमा अनि बाँकी जतिजना छौ work on your teams पहिलाको 2 minute on your writing your how might be question then describe your solution right
Okay, sure.
okay set up the breakout rooms
Okay.
okay are we all back 13 jana okay bhara 13 jana jati हुनु पर्ने हामी okay I think we are good so how was the ideation experience सांगीतिक भाषामा नबोलाउ न यार
Quite good.
how was it
It was interesting.
so I was just quickly looking into different sheets I know so one thing which I just realized with only one team did जुन प्योर च्यालेन्ज गर्दाखेरि त्यसलाई हाउ माइट वी मा फर्मुलेट गर्न इट्स भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट नट अल अफ यु गाइज डिड इट हैन कसैले लाइक योर च्यालेन्ज रियल डेट एक्सपिरियन्स भनेर राखेको छ कसैले he gets restricted so mere problem मात्र राखेको छ के so what you need to really formulate is when you're doing design thinking को synthesis POV define गर्दाखेरि it's always important how might we help or enable blah 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 you actually user उसको नेचर पनि देखाउनु पर्यो because when you are explaining the idea to someone it's very important their persona is also there so they practice next time use garnu right whenever you are creating a POV it's very important you write the whole thorough sentence because that's the reason I give you 2 minutes to write that I saw a lot of ideas it's quite interesting so what we will do now is there are a lot of ideas that came up you know I don't know if maybe you guys want to share if you guys used any of the brainstorming methodologies that I shared before did anybody if you guys actually use that yeah kun use gare share
Silent brainstorming
silent okay okay yeah it's a valid thing सबै ठाउँमा सबै युज गर्नुपर्ने आवश्यकता पनि हुँदैन पोसिबिलिटी पनि हुँदैन नि so it's okay.
Yeah.
But, so what we're going to do now, within your team, again, you guys will go back into your teams for 3 minutes. अनि तिमीले के गर्छौ भने एकअर्काको आइडियामा चाहिँ you just take a wait I need to let's say share your screen. Can you guys see your screen के देखिरहेछौ तिमीले
Generate ideas.
Okay, your design dash B, team B को देखिरहेछौ हैन right so what you now need to do is यहाँ गएर shapes मा गएर you'll be able to find heart right so I'll just create one over here अनि create a copy and all of you जुन idea तिमीलाई राम्रो लाग्छ vote for it यस्तो गर let's say मलाई यो idea मन पर्यो भने put your vote on it right so you can put let's say each person तिमीलाई जुन idea मा एकदम राम्रो लाग्छ नि हैन keep on voting that okay in the eventually you need to come up with one idea so पहिला quickly vote गर 1 minute अनि त्यसपछि जुन चाहिँ सबभन्दा बढी कन्सेन्ससमा जुन आइडिया आउँछ where it's the most popular one then you need to select that one idea hey do not fall in love with your idea already त्यही भएर हैन मेरो नै आइडिया हुनु पर्छ भनेर त्यसमा बायस नहुनु but if there is something else which you find interesting vote for it
आफ्नै टिमको अरु आइडिया
तिम्रो within the team मा अरुको टिममा जाने हैन यो त जस्ट मैले एक्जाम्पल मात्रै दिएको हो हैन टिम बी को लागि तिमी आफ्नो टिममा ब्याक जान्छौ on your same sheet अब जस्तो यो जुन छ टिम सी को अब यहाँ यिनीले त टन्न एउटा बनाएको छ हैन just put your dots hearts on the ideas that you like watching it and by the end of it you need to come up with one idea right make sense any questions no okay so 3 minutes time will be given to all of you Anus just get everyone back to their own original teams
okay done
and we'll see you guys back in 3 minutes Okay.
Mini आउँदैन प्रश्न त
So तिमीले decide गर्यो what you want to, what your idea would be भनेर? Okay, let's hope everyone else joins. Asis तिम्रो video frozen भएको हो?
Okay. आशिष त गयो त गायबै भयो त
उसको इन्टरनेट के इस्यु भयो जस्तो छ
हो अघि पनि साउन्ड काटेर आइरहेको थियो
फर्स्ट एक्जिट हुनुपर्ने हो
ओके 37 सेकेन्ड लेखिरहेछ
Okay. So, how was it?
Fun.
It was so good. Okay.
Ideas मैले अलिअलि स्टिक इन गरिरहेको थिएँ माई गड तिमीहरू यस्तो वाइल्ड आइडियाजहरू निकालिरहेको छौ यार हेर हेरै भएको it's good fun. Did you guys manage to come up with a consensus of one particular idea that you want to work on?
Right? We were like reacting on all like so many ideas.
त्यो particular team के पनि भयो भने I think you the team C थियो हैन where you had like a lot of ideas के कुन थियो
team C पनि थियो
C पनि त्यस्तो थियो के so usually मैले तिमीलाई restriction गराइदिनु पर्दो रहेछ 3 वटा idea per person भनेर you guys just overwent into a lot which is good because then it just enriches your creativity हैन unleashes your creativity so the whole important thing अब यसबाट के learning हुन्छ भने तिम्रो कुनै पनि बेला टिममा काम गर्दाखेरि you do a silent brainstorming अनि consensus अब त्यो एउटा पर्टिकुलर आइडिया पिक गर्दाखेरि त it's always a problem हैन तिमी आफ्नो आइडियामा एकदम fall in love हुन्छौ अनि त्यसपछि जसो हुन्छ सबलाई आफ्नै आइडियातिर त्यो डाइभर्ट गराउने त्यो मेन्टालिटी हुन्छ हैन so whenever you're doing your simple post-its ma voting option राखेर हैन you can really use that on any of your exercises and let people vote independently on whatever they want and then come to a consensus on one particular or let's say top ideas and then select one you can always build up on each other's idea as well so I don't know if you guys did that कुनै एउटा आइडिया जस्तो कसैले के भन्छ रोमान्टिक मुभी हेर भनेर भनेको छ भने त्यसैमा maybe you can just add up another idea as well and you can mix it and create a bigger experience right so that is also a possibility to building up on each other's idea and then to create a whole package so now what we will do is we're going to create a prototype yeah let me just okay screen share गर्छु, hold on. Okay, so prototyping गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हैन, there are some ground rules. Don't over discuss. Do not try to really create a perfect solution. We are doing a trial design thinking, हैन, so do not try to make it a perfect. Just start building. Conversation मा जाऊ अनि start building and see what happens, हैन, अनि build something people can actually see how it works. So really visualize what the experience could look like. If you come up with a, let's say, I don't know, a movie experience, how could that look like? Visualize it. You need to draw it. You know, it could be any prototype. You know, you can either just write your prototype, or ideally it's visual. So visual, whatever. You know, that's what you can take pictures from Google and Google photo paste whatever. It's part of your creativity. Yeah? So build on something, sketch whatever you think is a great idea, a great prototype for the idea that you discussed. So an idea select garyo, build upon that. We have a space basically use space sheet ma. Put your ideas over here. And once the idea is prototyped, then you will show the prototype to your user again. Testing phase ma jन्छ. तर for now, you guys again go back to your own team. Anuj? Anuj हराएको सूचना.
होइन कति टाइमको लागि राखौँ यो?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay.
Right? So again, 10 minutes, prototype, whatever you feel like on this particular idea, because it has to really be visually engaging and visually understandable. Go wild, go creative, whatever you can think of. Okay.
Okay, हामी मात्र आउँछ.
झन् हामी चाहिँ फर्स्ट भइहाल्यो जो ढिला भयो भने
Okay. Looks like we have people now. Okay. So, how was your experience with prototyping? Like I was watching through some, I don't know if you guys. Wow, you team Bilim खतरा बनाइदियो त मलाई यहाँ example त. So I want to show you guys something. I didn't want you guys to have any bias in terms of what could the prototype look like. I will show you some prototypes, what usually comes out of design thinking workshop, right? What can come out of design thinking workshop? Wait. Okay, can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. So usually prototype main formula, you need materials. On a virtual space, it's a bit weird or difficult to create a prototype. But you can also create a storyboard or like logical flow of how your solution actually works, because your prototype is a functioning or a way to portray what you really want to have the user to experience, right? Something like this could be a cardboard of impact we got that usually cardboard or use they created a prototype of this. I don't know what they were trying to do with this. The K reality explain foam board or cardboard or use they created a prototype. The whole audio player you do not necessarily need to get all the physical machineries and then create a prototype. Something like this could be already created to portray what you are trying to do. Could be something like this paper prototype पेपरहरु यताउति जे भेटिन्छ, you bring it together, do something अब यो पाइपहरु यो प्लास्टिकको पाइपहरु युज गरेर a lot of different ideas that the people can use. अर्को हुन्छ अब sketch board, अब that's something virtually गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ that could be a possibility. तिमीले पेपरमै ड्रा गरेर अनि you guys could basically sketch something like this. ल्यापटप बनाएको छ अथवा यहाँ खोल एक्सपिरियन्स उनीहरूले इन्साइड गरेको छ अब भर्चुअल एक्सपिरियन्स गर्दाखेरि कस्तो हुन सक्छ द प्रोटोटाइप. अफ कोर्स दिस इज स्टिल अ फिजिकल प्रोटोटाइप हैन, तर दे आर बेसिकली सोइङ हाउ योर सोल्युसन. अब यहाँ आइफिल टावर देखिरहेको छु हैन, आई डोन्ट नो व्हाट दे वर ट्राइङ टु से, इम्प्याक्ट विककै पिक्चर हो कुन भर्जनमा गर्दाखेरि, तर यु नो इट कुड बी समथिङ लाइक दिस or a role play. This could also be a way of prototyping your अब यहाँ just to see I think this was the के भन्छ kiosk machine type हुन्छ नि हैन, just to see how that actually works. माथि security camera छ, त्यहाँ मान्छेको अब यो रियल मान्छेको सट्टा there would be a picture of it, emergency push गर्यो भने त्यहाँबाट त्यो मान्छे बोल्थ्यो होला हैन. So things like this could be like really creating a role play and then explaining what it could look like. Or service typing. यो McDonald's actually they tried doing that. कुनै एउटा नयाँ सर्भिस उनीहरूले लन्च गर्न लागेको थियो अनि they just tried doing it as a prototype and see how people react, right? So अब चाहिँ हामीले के गर्छौँ भने हैन, I can share you guys afterwards what other interesting prototypes could also look like भनेर. Now what we want you guys to do is do testing. You guys built up a prototype. Now you built it up for a particular user, you know. So we would need to now get all the users or the interviewees who were there. So there was one who was me, there was one Anuj, ani arko ko थियो. Pranay was also a user, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Right? Ani arko ko थियो. Suman. Okay. So we all need to be back into the teams who created prototypes for us. अनि अब त्यो टिमले चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ त, you need to explain your prototype, your idea to your user. Then if the user does not understand or thinks that's bullshit, then तिमीहरुको whole design thinking काम लागेन. Then you might have to go back into synthesis or even understanding phase. If the user basically cannot relate to the solution, you know, you would ideally have to go back. Or maybe your user comes up with some nice ideas. Maybe यसमा यो गरेको भए राम्रो हुन सक्थ्यो हैन, then you built up on those prototypes. So that's how it works, right? So testing phase मा चाहिँ you have built your prototypes, you go back to your users or kind of the users. About physical design thinking गर्दाखेरि it might not be possibility that अब let's say you went there and interview गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ बाटोमा भेटिरहेको मान्छेहरुलाई गर्यो रे हैन. अब let's say local shopहरुमा they were part of your user, let's say, अनि त्यही मान्छे फेरि भेट्न नभेटिन सक्छ. अनि त्यही भएर when you are doing testing, it's always doing testing, multiple iterations of testing as well. Okay? You do testing with a lot of people. किनभने मेरो opinion अहिले त हामी virtualमा सानो exampleमा छौं, it might be biased, you know. Of course you just design something for me, तर if you were to design for people like me, then there has to be a lot of people like me who has to be part of your testing, right? So when you're doing a proper design thinking, then that you should keep that in mind. So Anuj, can we create or distribute people? About I need to go to
group
B. Ashish Varkuma. Pranay has to go to group
C. Kun Matthew Pranay hizo
Group C.
Group C. Okay.
So तिमी group C मा जानु पर्यो. अनि अर्को को भयो, Suman has to go to
group A.
Group A.
कति लामो टाइम को लागि गरिदिनु छ?
So this testing is going to be 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay. Okay. So a quick insight for you guys. Briefly explain your ideas. पहिला आफ्नो idea clear गर. Do not ask the interviewees or question नगर. And once the person has finished explaining their ideas, then you ask the question and clarify, right? Do not try to justify your idea. Take the feedback. So after presentation you presented it. Any feedback just listen and consume. Okay. You guys need to go to the sheet the Google slide of your team that is developing idea for you. So keep that in mind. And let's just distribute each other into the breakout rooms. Okay. So people, how was the experience of a prototype? Explain your that.
It was fun. अनि so हामीले सोचेको र उहाँको एक्सपेक्टेसन चाहिँ हल्का फरक भयो बट कि हाम्रो भोट चाहिँ एउटामा गऱ्यो एउटा आइडियामा हैन प्रिफर कि अर्को आइडिया नट देन ही डजन्ट लाइक भन्यो भन्दा नि he was more onto the other idea के उहाँको पर्सन चाहिँ बेस्ट लाग्यो हैन so it was good त्यो पनि फिडब्याक राम्रै पाए
exactly so that's a learning right what we will do Abba, I think we're getting more people we will have a quick pitch of all the ideas right what I will do quickly is mod sabai ABCD को team को screen खोल्छु अनि each member of your team has to just quickly explain your prototype, your solution in 1 minute. Okay. Let me go to team A. Right. No, you guys are able to see prototype, na? Your screen, yeah. Google slide. Yeah. Okay, cool. Team A, why don't you explain your prototype immediately? Timer because then we will exceed on this. Timer for 1 minute. Okay, who is going to share the idea? Team Eko.
Ritika, you will read.
Rahul.
I'll read it.
Okay, Rahul, your time starts now.
Okay, as you can see, we will be connecting two couples through a computerized system and हाम्रो एउटा डिभाइस हुन्छ हैन अनि डिभाइसले चाहिँ हाम्रो के फ्यासिलिटी दिन्छ भने टु क्रिएट अ होलोग्राम अन इट वे दैट सिम्स लाइक ए भर्चुअल पार्टनर हाम्रो अनि उसको होलोग्रामले गर्दा चाहिँ दैट सी इज लाइक अ उसको भर्चुअल पार्टनर हैन सो हाम्रो एउटा जुन चाहिँ फ्ल हुन्छ भर्चुअल डेटिङको त्यो एउटा कमजोरी चाहिँ त्यसले हुन्छ नि कभर गर्छ हैन सो यु क्यान द hologram will copy the movements of the other partner na jun chai other side of screen ma cha ani if you want to have the same food there as the other partner is having or you want to gift her you can use drone services ani the whole concept of this will be chai hamro screen sharing garera ani euta huncha ni jun chai main flaw cha hamro virtual dating ko त्यसलाई नै हाम्रो कमजोर कभर अप गर्ने चाहिँ through this hologram
okay cool so with the time exactly over good we'll move to next team we do not have time to further explain it's pretty interesting ideas thank you team B
okay yeah so far let me be brief Surma our challenge was about it was very big it was like just random how can we improve online romantic date experience or virtual date experience ani we had a person जसको निड्सहरु जसलाई उहाँको उहाँलाई इन्टरभ्यु गरेर उहाँको प्रब्लम्सहरु एनालाइज गर्न थाल्यौं so our user was Rajnikant ani Rajnikant was in a different place different part of the world somewhere in Germany and his crush was in Nepal so they were having a lot of conversation problems a lot of virtual awkwardness and texting problems by that so Rajnikant was facing a lot of difficulties talking to his crush basically she was in Nepal she's hesitating to come in video or she's hesitating to talk back and forth ani Rajnikant was ekdamai anxious and he was not able to control the situation so Rajnikant being a design thinking coach one day he was invited by some friends to host a design thinking session on some topic that was very that was like a crossको एकदमै interested topic there. So if he invited his crush to the online session webinar, one of the webinar where they had a very nice fun filled session, you know, they learned a lot about each other. And जसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ next के भयो भने रजनीकान्त continued talking to his crush text ma back and forth. Slowly they upgraded the digital conversation style, moved to something like sending text or sending
Okay,
video
time's
messages,
up, time's up,
and
time's
slowly
up, time's up.
slowly conversation चाहिँ smooth हुँदै गयो.
Okay, cool. So a quick insight for the other team. Make it very crisp, right? See the solution ma jao. Just one line of what is your challenge. The challenge and the solution explain gari. Okay. Team C ma janchu ma. Where were we? Prototype.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Great.
Okay. So हाम्रो च्यालेन्ज भनेको प्रणयलाई नर्मल लाइफमा पनि रेस्ट्रिक्टेड एम्बियन्समा एकदमै गाह्रो लाग्थ्यो, इन्गेजिङ लाग्दैन थियो, बोरिङ लाग्थ्यो. सो हामीले चाहिँ एम्बियन्स त ग्याजेट भित्र हुन्छ. वी वान्टेड टु मेक श्योर एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ बनाउने, इन्गेजिङ बनाउने ताकि एम्बियन्सले फरक पार्दैन. फर्स्ट थिङ, एउटै रेस्टुरेन्टबाट सेम फुड मगाइदिने दुवैजनाको लागि डिफ्रेन्ट ठाउँमा बसेर डेट गरिरहेको छ, बट दे आर इन्जोइङ द सेम फुड अनि कुरा गर्छ टेस्टको. अर्को कुरा, दे विल प्ले दिस गेम्स. स्क्रैबल भन्ने गेम एउटा वर्ड दिन्छ, त्यसमा स्केच गर्नु पर्यो नि, इट विल बी कम्पिटिसन. कम्पिटिसनको विनरले के जित्छ, लकडाउन पछिको फर्स्ट डेट चुज गर्न पाउँछ, कहाँ भेट्ने, कसरी भेट्ने, के गर्ने, एन्टायर प्लान गर्न पाउँछ विनरले हैन. अर्को कुरा, दे क्यान वाच सिरिज, मुभिज टुगेदर. र अर्को भनेको यो 2 घण्टाको डेट छ भने दे विल ह्याभ च्यालेन्ज के, केटीलाई पुशअप गर्न लगाउने, त्यो गर्न लगाउने, 2टा मिनिमम गीत गाउनु पर्यो, डान्स गर्नु पर्यो, हँसाउनु पर्यो. सो धेरै च्यालेन्ज हुन्छ. फेरि विनर के हुन्छ, सबै एक्टिभिटीको लास्टमा चाहिँ लकडाउन पछिको डेट सबै प्लान गर्न पाउने हैन. अर्को भनेको अब एउटै मान्छे हेर्दा त बोर हुन पनि त सक्छ. यु नेभर नो, कसैलाई एकजनालाई एकदम मन परिरहेको छ, अर्कोलाई बोर लाग्न सक्छ. त्यो केसमा चाहिँ we will use all the great filters हुन्छ नि. You can see that in the picture. एकजना केटाई sad, crying, अर्कोमा चाहिँ love हैन. एउटा यो गर्छु, अर्को च्यालेन्ज हुन्छ, फेरि एकअर्कालाई स्केच गर्नु पर्यो. वाइ हेरिराख्नु पर्यो, स्केच गर्दा इन्टिमेसी बढ्छ, माया बढ्छ. सो हेरिराख्ने, स्केच गर्ने, अनि त्यसको पनि विनर एकजना हुनुहुन्छ. र यसै गरी we will have so many challenges के एकअर्काको लागि, so that हाम्रो प्रणयलाई चाहिँ त्यो जुन रेस्ट्रिक्टेड एम्बियन्सको प्रब्लमले केही पनि नै बोरिङ नहोस् अनि सक्सेसफुली डेट होस्, रियल डेट. र बेस्ट पार्ट, हामीले प्रणयलाई डिस्कस गर्दै गर्दाखेरि he was like, मलाई अहिले गर्दिन मिल्दैन यो कुरा, मलाई सबै कुराहरु मन पर्यो. So he was like that, and it was really nice. While यतिटा सजेसन पनि दिनु भएको छ, त्यो च्यालेन्जेसमा चाहिँ अलिकति प्राइभेसीलाई रेस्पेक्ट गरेर च्यालेन्जेस बनाउँदाखेरि त्यो गर्नु भनेर, which is very insightful for us. So overall हाम्रो त्यही हो, एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ, इन्गेजिङ बनाउने ताकि 2 घण्टाको डेट 10 घण्टासम्म बढोस्.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, guys. This is really great. Loved it. Okay, team D.
Hello. टिम डीमा चाहिँ हाम्रो स्पोर्ट चाहिँ लाइक वर्कआउटलाई फोकस गरेर थियो हैन. एउटा हाम्रो प्रोटोटाइप भएको चाहिँ लाइक ठ्याक्क प्रोटोटाइप भन्दैन, वी वेयर मोर अन आवर आइडियाज हैन. बट के भन्छ फ्लोरिश द्याट आइडिया चाहिँ वी युजिङ एनी भिडियो च्याट अथवा हुन्छ नि त्यस्तै सोशल मिडिया के, सो द्याट के भिडियो सेयरिङ हुन्छ अनि एकअर्काको वर्कआउट गरेको देखिन्छ, सो द्याट अकाउन्टेबिलिटी फोकस गर्छ हैन. बट अनुज दाइ चाहिँ ही वाज मोर फोकस अन फुडको आइटम गर्दै हुन्छ टाइप भएपछि होइन. सो त्योमा चाहिँ वी क्यान इम्प्रोभाइज अन दिस कि भिडियो च्याटहरू नै हुन्छ, बट दे क्यान सेयर द रेसिपी थ्रु हुन्छ नि एकअर्कालाई सोसियल मिडिया पठाउने, नयाँ ट्राई गर्ने, एन्ड देन दे सेयर देयर एक्सपिरियन्स के. लास्टमा भन्नु भनेको त मोमेन्ट सेयर गर्ने त हो, कस्तो भयो त्यो होइन, अनि तिमीले बनाएको रेसिपी कस्तो भयो, अनि मैले के सिकेँ भने, वाज हुन्छ नि इम्प्रोभाइजिङ अस कि आफूले के सिक्यो भने चाहिँ अरूलाई सिकाउने कि. समटाइम्स उसको राम्रो हुन्छ, समटाइम्स आफ्नो रेसिपी राम्रो हुन्छ. सो त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो मेन हुन्छ नि आइडिया भयो, लाइक हुन्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ काम गर्ने हामी चाहिँ.
Great. Thank you for sharing your stories. Idea ekdam interesting lie. I guess that's going to be an insight for all of us. Hopefully we can apply some measures that came out of the design thinking session today. So I would actually want to ask you guys a question. तिमीलाई जुन यो जति बेला तिमीले आइडिया निकाल्यौ हैन, अनि त्यसपछि टेस्टिङ गर्यौ, was there any difference or
any insight that you gathered with तिम्रो आफ्नो पर्सपेक्टिभबाट आइडिया निकाल्दाखेरि versus when the user actually came in and he provided feedback. के थियो त्यस्तो moment which you guys would want to share?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, let's say what we understood after Unsani, after he came in, like had a look at our ideas. Like I don't know why the three of us agreed on the workout thing so much. So we decided on like, yeah, that would be our major thing. But then because one of the major concern doing things together, the presence feel गर्नु पर्ने थियो. So we met that, but then त्यही हामीले चाहिँ अब वर्कआउटमा बडी फोकस गरिरहेको थियो. But then it was more towards because they are both foodies, किनभने उहाँले मेन्सन पनि गर्नु भएको थियो यो भन्दा अगाडि the last time they met they had really good food भनेपछि सायद हामीले we should have taken something from that होला हैन, because one thing that you remember from the last meet भनेर सोधेको बेलामा he mentioned about the food, so that was like we should have understood from that. But yeah, अनि तर we were able to give him हुन्छ नि त्यो एउटा idea about how you can feel that you're together even when you're not भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ गर्न सक्यो. But then yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bubbles. Any other team that you want to share? Any particular experiences in the prototype or testing ma farak bhako?
One thing was हाम्रो सुमन सरसँग थियो अनि this हामीले जे प्रब्लम इमेजिन गरेर वी बिल्ड प्रोटोटाइपहरु बिल्ड गरेको थियो अनि the problem चाहिँ उहाँसँग त्यो थिएरै थिएन रहेछ क्या. What we thought problem was not a problem for him and there was our problem भन्ने कि अब के भन्ने.
No, that's a finding. That's exactly what that to failure हुनु नै now you guys hit the right spot.
No,
that
what insight I got was some problem are not meant to be solved, right? Because he was enjoying that kind of problem. Okay,
okay, and that is also also an insight, you know. Yeah. Problem if he is enjoying, then you can basically create some new solution that might be able to tackle different problem. You know? Just because you go back to the whole empathy level, you try to understand what he actually needs now, because your solution is not, let's say, the problem which you thought was a problem is not a problem. So you need to find a new problem to tackle the problem. That's the way. You know? So cool. So now you basically, guys, all of you went through a whole mini design thinking experience. Okay. So it's primarily सुरुमा हामी आफ्नो पर्सपेक्टिभ बुझ्न थाल्यौं, त्यसपछि युजरको पर्सपेक्टिभ बुझ्न थाल्यौं, युजरको एक्चुअल प्रब्लम के आइडेन्टिफाई गर्न थाल्यौं, त्यसपछि आइडिया बनाउन थाल्यौं, धेरै आइडिया बनायौं, त्यहाँबाट निशमा गयौं, एउटा आइडिया बनायौं, त्यो आइडियालाई प्रोटोटाइप बनायौं, प्रोटोटाइप गरिसकेपछि टेस्ट गर्यौं, अनि युजरलाई बोलायौं, तेरोलाई यो सल्भ गरेछौं, यो ठीक छ कि छैन भन्यो, उले चल्छ चल्दैन भन्यो, अनि you improve on that, iterate. अब इटरेसनको पार्ट हामीले गरेनौं यसमा हैन. You would iterate this idea अनि युजरको फिडब्याक बेसबाट, then you would basically go out and then यति राम्रो रहेछ solution, or if you guys actually felt that is a reality, then you go and implement that. That's what the ideal next step is. So design thinking is actually so simple, right? So the whole concept नै creating an empathy and ideation and prototyping, this was no rocket science, right? So a certain perception on what design thinking actually is, or what it would look like.
Yeah.
सबैजना लुकेर बसिरहेछ नि, कोही पनि अनुहार देखाउँदैन.
एउटा कुरा एड गर्दा वर्षाको भगर नेट डिस्कनेक्ट भयो रे, सो सी सेड कि सबैजनालाई सरी भन्दियो भनेर भन्दै थियो.
Is she going to come back?
यदि इन्टरनेट आयो भने.
Yeah, okay. Cool. So anything that you guys want to share on like how तिम्रो यो as a learning experience, particularly in terms of design thinking, so just expectation गरेको थियो, or what you actually felt about design thinking? Anything that you want to share?
म एउटा कुरा चाहिँ भन्न चाहन्छु है.
हजुर.
त्यही यो आइडियाको प्रोटोटाइप बनाउँदाखेरि चाहिँ हाम्रो कमी भनौं न ग्रुप सी को हामी चाहिँ अब अघि हामीलाई कन्डिसन दिएको थियो नि त हामीसँग वाट इफ वी हेभ नो एप अथवा नो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी देखि लिएर वाट वी हेभ एभ्रिथिङको थियो नि त अनि हामी चाहिँ जेनरली एउटा जेनरल युजरलाई फोकस गरेर आइडिया बनाएर रहेछौँ कि अघि जस्तै अघि त्यो ड्रोनको होलोग्रामको मैले आइडियाहरू देखेँ नि सो हाम्रो आइडिया प्रणयलाई मिल्यो होइन वी आर ह्याप्पी विथ द्याट बट अझ त्योभन्दा एक्स्ट्रा युजर पनि हुनसक्छ नि त त्यो आउट अफ द बक्स चाहिँ अलिकति हामीले थिङ्क गरेनछौँ कि सायदै त्यो अलि जेनरल आइडियाबाट अलिकति सोफिस्टिकेटेड आइडिया अथवा अलिकति छुट्टै आइडिया चाहिँ हामीले प्रेजेन्ट गरेको रहन्छौँ त्यो चाहिँ मलाई अलिकति लाग्यो जस ओभरअल चाहिँ ठिकै छ त्यसमा चाहिँ
So the whole important about you to just a sana example matrai gare haina because the goal for this past 2 days was just to think differently kunai pani problem solve garda kheri surumai solution ma najani and that should be the biggest learning for you guys. First try to understand the problem, really gain empathy, try to really feel whom you are solving the problem for haina त्यो नै biggest learning हो त्यसपछि how you do brainstorming, how you do prototype, there are different methodologies for that haina you can do further advanced design thinking courses or I can share you some materials as well there are enough ways how you can further advance. The simplest thing or what we wanted to achieve as part of this is how to think differently, how to solve a particular problem differently. Take what I context I don't know how is the timing for you guys because there's one thing I want to share. Wait, I need to share my screen for that. How is the timing looking for you guys?
I wanted to ask a some question.
Some
questions on the line.
Ajay.
You like when we are going through design thinking process, like my feel just say, okay, I try to understand a problem, I try to empathize with the user, अनि त्यहाँसम्म ठिक छ हैन अनि त्यो आइडिया जब when you are creating a solution you need ideas नि त अनि त्यो बेला चाहिँ like often I find त्यो scarcity भयो जस्तो के so how do you come up with so many ideas or like how do you come up with very good nice ideas हैन that the idea लाई चाहिँ can be converted into good prototypes.
So ideation को different possibilities हरु हुन्छ हैन एउटा first important thing is जुन transdisciplinary team लाई राख्न पर्ने कारण नै design thinking गर्दाखेरि that's how the diversity of idea actually comes up, right? त्यसबाट पनि तिम्रो नयाँ हुन्छ अर्को भनेको जुन त्यो सुपर हिरो वाला भयो क्रिएटिङ अ डिफरेन्ट सिचुएसन अर डिफरेन्ट लाइक एउटा ब्रेनस्टर्मिङ टेक्निक हामीले के गर्थ्यौ भने राउन्डमा घुमिराख्ने के त्यो जो के भन्छ रुमाल लुकाइ खेल्थ्यो नि हामी सानो सानोमा हैन त्यस्तै सबजना हातमा एउटा स्टिकी नोट लियो अनि एउटा एक चक्कर हान्यो त्यो एक चक्कर हानुन्जेलसम्म एउटा राउन्डमा एकअर्काको पछाडि यस्तरी बसेर वक अनि you just think okay every एक राउन्ड हान्दाखेरि तीनटा आइडिया बनाउन पर्यो सो whenever you're thinking you just think out loud के कुनै आइडियालाई पर्फेक्सन बनाउनै पर्दैन आइडिएसन गर्दाखेरि the whole idea of an ideation is to bring it in a massive term.
It can be really frustrating like as a like design thing going away and sometimes you are very connected to the problems and you want to come up with good ideas and you are not coming up with good ideas and you're like this is not a good idea that's the feeling like every idea that is on the table
and problem के हुन्छ त्यो टाइम पनि एकदम फरक पर्छ हैन अहिले हामी तिमीलाई 10 मिनेट दिए आइडिएसन लाई that is not a ideal time to when you're doing your design thinking तर टाइमिङमा अनि त्यसपछि when you are generating too many maybe एकअर्काबाट बिल्ड अप गर्दाखेरि बन्छ नि त तिम्रो एउटा टिम मेम्बरले एउटा आइडिया दियो अनि त्यसपछि तिम्रो एउटा आइडिया थियो त्यो दुईटा बीचको कनेक्सन के भयो भने then something else comes up. So that's why सुरुमै आइडियामा fall in love नहुनु it's a very important thing के अनि त्यसरी नै when you have a massबाट चाहिँ क्लस्टर निकालेर त्यसलाई एड अप गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ you might come up with some interesting ideas.
And what happens when you don't fall in love with any idea? Okay? My problem is that like
well then you just have to doing it.
Okay.
अब तिमी टाइम कन्स्ट्रेन्टमा छौ भने त you just have to go with whatever that is हैन तर in a real life when you are doing design thinking for yourself I mean that's what the next step part I want to talk about how to design think your life भनेर हैन
yeah
so what I want to do now like the official part of the session in terms of introduction to design thinking or framework, you're saying I would want to conclude. So if there is someone who really wants to already leave, then feel free to do so. I was saying it's like a volunteering session on, I want to tell about how to design think your life. Real life, normal life, how you could actually use the methodology or ideologies, framework, let's say, what could we possibly do, you know? So feel free to stay and then listen to it.
दाइ
Ajay.
हिजो हजुर एउटा क्वेसन सोधेको थियो नि डिजाइन थिङ्किङमा पिपल एनालिटिक्स
Yeah, true, exactly. So those are completely two different aspects. But analytics, people analytics is something how what you do when you're in your workplace, ma'am, you're managing your human resources or it's a human resource topic, you know. People analytics, let's say you come up with a way about how to engage your employees in a more productive manner. About virtual group ma chau तिम्रो एम्प्लोइहरुलाई के भन्छ एंगेज गर्यो भने उनीहरुको प्रोडक्टिभिटी कसरी बढ्छ भनेर त्यो एउटा पिपल एनालिटिक्स एउटा टपिक भयो हैन यसमा अब the kind of ideas that you would want to create to engage those people, you can use design thinking to come up with those ideas. Okay, so you use design thinking to come up with ideas that can be valuable to the user. The whole people analytics is a completely different topic. You can actually use this on anything. Okay? Whenever you have to come up with an idea, you can use design thinking. People analytics is a whole different concept. It's really about coming up with ways how you can improve your human resource, different employee experience. It's primarily about measuring and making data-driven decisions on human resource topic. That's what people analytics is. We can talk about that again on a separate session. How you can bring this together, argument one is just like, if there is something that you want to ideate, that you want to track and trace, you could use design thinking for that.
Okay, just thank you.
Okay. Cool. Do you guys want to go to how to design think your life quickly?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure.
So एउटा 20 वर्षको मान्छेलाई हैन लाइक तिम्रो जेनरेटिभ एभरेज क्राउड नै छ त्यही रेन्जमा what like this question always ideally comes in, what career path should I pursue भनेर अनि मोस्ट अफ द मान्छेले के भन्छ प्यासन फलो गर भनेर भन्छ है तर यो दुईटा बेल बर्नेट र डेभ एभन्स भन्ने हैन these guys wrote a book designing your life भनेर अनि this based on this book Stanfordले चाहिँ actually they started a course in their D school and it is one of the most popular course in Stanford University okay अनि what they do is their research ले के भन्यो भने यो चाहिँ wrong हो हैन यो किन wrong हो त 20% मात्रै मान्छे हुन्छन् रे के संसारमा हैन जसलाई चाहिँ who know what their passion is, who know their one particular focus where they want to go. तर 80% मान्छेमा they have different ideas what they would like. But a particular passion नहोला हैन. I really do not, and I actually belong to that 80%. I do not really have one particular के मरिहत्ते कसैलाई हुन्छ नि मलाई कार एकदम मन पर्छ कार like automotive car is really my passion. I really don't feel that हैन कसैलाई मुभी एकदम प्यासन हुन्छ they would want to watch all the movies or look into every aspect of it. I might not have that हैन हामी कसैमा हुन्छौं जोसँग चाहिँ we don't know what we want, we actually want a lot of things तर we don't know where actually we should start. त्यही कुरामा चाहिँ what these guys have found out is you could actually use design thinking to solve this problem. And I guess some of you might actually relate to it. Who you think you have multiple passion or multiple interests, but you do not know where to start?
Yes.
Is there anyone? Right?
Yeah, here.
Okay, cool. So there's a way how you could actually use design thinking to do that. I haven't actually done it myself, I'm sharing you based on what I have researched and what I've identified. So maybe you guys could try this out, right? First thing what they suggest is keep a good time journal. Different activities that you're doing at the moment, try to identify when are you working at your peak level, what activities makes you happy, when do you feel that you are in a state of flow, कुन activitiesले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ तिमी एकदम calm and serene बनाउँछ हैन. So whenever I'm talking to youngsters and when I'm doing with design thinking, I haven't had my breakfast but I'm still so much in energy. because that really creates this energy in me. So try to find those, like, तिम्रो daily life try to create a journal of what are the different activities that really engages you. Try to write them, try to visualize them. Okay? अब यो मैले किन भनिरहेको छु, I'll come to that. यो design thinking मा कसरी related हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा म shortly भन्छु. Try adapting this. Try to really find activities, write them out. Okay? Note them. What really makes you happy? Jot them out. त्यसपछि चाहिँ track your energy. तिम्रो कति धेरै activity गरिरहेको छौ हैन? तिमी कसैले, you might be doing teaching, you might be doing music, you might be drawing, or you might be doing something else हैन? Track your energy. कुन चाहिँ activity गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यसले तिमीलाई कसरी इम्प्याक्ट गरिरहेको छ त हैन? तिमी यदि दिनको 4 घण्टा डान्स गरिरहेछौ रे हैन, तर त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ तिमी कन्टिन्युअसली तिम्रो होल डे अरु केही पनि गर्न सक्दैनौ भने ट्र्याक दैट. कुन एक्टिभिटीले तिम्रो कति एनर्जी ड्रेन गरिरहेको छ त भनेर. राइट? ट्र्याक योर एनर्जी. Then what we will do, or what ideally we could do, is create a ODC plan. So ODC plan चाहिँ यो designing your life भन्ने bookमा they came up with this concept. It's basically a brainstorming how might your life work going 5 to 10 years forward. Right? ODC plan कसरी काम गर्छ भन्दा चाहिँ एउटा यो quote छ Eisenhower को. He was actually US president, I think, before Nixon. Okay, quote. So planning is everything, but the plan is nothing. You किन भन्छु म भने तिमी you can always plan a lot of things, you know, like literally मेरो example दिँदाखेरि कोरोना हुनुभन्दा अगाडि यो वर्ष मलाई 5 वटा देश घुम्न मन थियो, अनि नेपाल फेरि आउन मन थियो, इम्प्याक्ट वीक काठमाडौँ 2020 गर्न मन थियो, बबाल गर्न मन थियो, केन्यामा हाइकिङ जान मन, के सफारी जान मन थियो. अहिले त्यो बाँकी 3 महिनादेखि म रुमको रुमै अड्किरहेको छु. I made lot of plan, but the plan was nothing. All of you guys might have planned so many things this year, तर भयो त के बाबाजी का ठुल्लु, right? Your plan actually didn't materialize. So this thing actually happens in life. तिम्रो कति प्लानिङ गरेर हुन्छ, तिम्रो प्लान र रियालिटीमा धेरै फरक पर्छ हैन? त्यही भएर एउटा यो स्ट्यान्फोर्ड डिजाइन लाइफ डिजाइन ल्याबले के भन्छ नि, नो प्लान फर योर लाइफ सर्भाइभ्स फर्स्ट कन्ट्याक्ट विथ रियालिटी. जब तिमी रियालिटीमा जान्छौ, देन तिम्रो प्लानको रियालिटी, लाइक the reality and the plan really differs, हैन? अब ओडीसी प्लानमा चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ भने, now this all belongs to this understanding phase. डिजाइन थिंकिङको जुन अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ छ र observing phase छ. ओडीसी प्लान के गर्न सक्छौ भने, try to look तिम्रो life as it is. If you're doing that, 5 वर्षको ग्याप के हुन सक्छ त तिम्रो? Create a 5-year plan of your life if you are living the way how you are. Yeah, you're staying in the same apartment, you're going to, of course, if you're a student, then you would graduate over the period of 5 years. तर तिम्रो life as it is नै छ भने चाहिँ how the next 5 year would look like. त्यो sketch गर. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 भनेर sketch गरौ. है? Try to note. यो year मा म यस्तो गर्छु, यो year मा year 1 मा मैले यो गरे भने year 2 मा यो हुन्छ, त्यो गरेर plan 5 बनाऊ. त्यो first idea हो. You know, your plan banaya. Second, I mean, now it gets more into the dark reason. You suddenly realize you have a cancer, and you just have 2 years to live. Your whole life ko plan banako thiyo. Now this will all fall apart. You know, or simple thing, Corona happened. You know, now the whole world is a whole new level. अब चाहिँ next 5 years के हुन सक्छ त? Create another plan. 5 वर्षको प्लान. है? Third situation के गर्न सक्छौ? यो चाहिँ जुन हामीले त्यो brainstorming with supernatural power भने जस्तै, तिमीले कहिले सोचे होला नि, लाइक सब बेचबाच गरेर म वर्ल्ड टुरमा जान्छु रे. हैन? यहाँ चाहिँ यदि म बिलिनियर भएको भए मेरो 5 वर्ष how could that look like? हैन? यदि तिमी let's say you would be like hipster खालको मान्छे लाइफस्टाइल तिमीलाई बन्न मन छ भने, let's say like तिमी आफ्नो घर परिवार सब त्याग दिन्छौ अनि पुरा बाबा जोगी जस्तो भएर, how would that 5 year look like? कहिलेकाहीँ तिमीलाई, did you ever think of actually becoming an author? हैन आफ्नो के अरे नर्मल वाट एभर यु डुइङ त्यो छोडेर म किताब लेख्छु भने तिम्रो दिमागमा कहिले आएको थियो होला हैन म कहिले सेफ बन्छु भन्ने कुरा आएको थियो होला यदि अब के गर भने एउटा अल्टरनेटिभ सिनेरियो क्रिएट गर के यदि म रितिका हु एक्चुअली वन्स थट म बलिउडमा जान पाएको भए तिम्रो एउटा ख्वाइस थियो भने चाहिँ त्यो 5 वर्ष के हुन्थ्यो त राइट त्यो स्केच गर सो देयर आर 3 ओडिसी प्लान्सहरु एउटा चाहिँ 3टा पेपर निकाल अनि एउटामा बनाऊ तिम्रो लाइफ एज इट इज भयो भने 5 वर्ष कस्तो देखिन्छ दोस्रो पेपरमा सडनली तिमीसँग 2 वर्ष मात्रै बाँकी छ जिन्दगीमा तिम्रो नेक्स्ट अब 2 वर्षलाई कसरी बाँच्छौ अनि तेस्रो कुरा चाहिँ कुनै अल्टरनेटिभ जुन यु अलवेज वान्टेड टु डु त्यो भयो भने चाहिँ तिमी हाउ योर 5 इयर्स वुड लुक लाइक त्यो गर हैन त्यसपछि चाहिँ के गर्छ यसले के गर्छ भने यो जुन अघि ओडिसी प्लान भयो प्लस जुन अगाडिको मैले एक्सरसाइजहरु भने ट्र्याक योर एनर्जी अनि आइडेन्टिफाई थिङ्स द्याट मेक यु ह्याप्पी अर डु अल दोज एक्टिभिटिज यसले तिमीलाई अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ गर्न हेल्प गर्छ रियली हेल्प यु आइडेन्टिफाई हु यु आर what makes you happy, what are the different things that defines you. If you may ask me right now, I do not know who am I properly. मेरो actual interest के छ मलाई actually के कुरा गर्दाखेरि मलाई time spend म धेरै गरिरहेको छु र त्यसको how does that translate into my energy, how that translate into my life, I do not know that. You know, so try to understand your life much better using these techniques that I showed you. You know, त्यसपछि चाहिँ के गर define your problem. नाउ हामी जुन त्यो सिन्थेसिस पार्टमा आउँछौँ अब्जर्भेसन र अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ चाहिँ हामीले अगाडि गऱ्यौँ हैन नाउ यु आर सिन्थेसाइजिङ तिम्रो बेस्ड अन द इनसाइट्स द्याट यु कलेक्टेड फ्रम योर ओन लाइफ वाट इज द प्रब्लम यु वान्ट टु सल्भ वाट डु आई वान्ट टु डु नेक्स्ट वाट रुम डु आई वान्ट टु मेन्युभर हैन हाउ क्यान आई अब तिमी लेट्स से यु आइडेन्टिफाई तिम्रो अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ हाउ क्यान यु मेक योर पेरेन्ट्स भेरी प्राउड अफ यु त्यो एउटा प्रब्लम आइडेन्टिफाई गर्यौ हैन अफकोर्स तिमी अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ गर्दाखेरि तिमी एकदम डाइभर्स गएको छौ नि त तिमी पुरा सितारामा पनि पुगेका छौ क्यान्सर पनि लागु इमेजिन गरेका छौ के अरे मुभी एक्टर भएको नि इमेजिन गरेका छौ डाइभर्सिफाइडमा गएको छौ नि अब त्यसलाई न्यारो डाउन गरेर चाहिँ नाउ सिन्स आई नो अ बिट मोर अबाउट माइसेल्फ वाट इज एक्चुअली माई प्रब्लम भनेर तिमी आइडेन्टिफाई गर्न थाल इन स्टार्ट विथ वान प्रब्लम है अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ के गर्छौ तिमी आइडिएसन गर्छौ आइडिएसन गर्दाखेरि देयर आर एक्चुअली 2 वेज हैन एउटा नेभिगेसन हुन्छ एउटा वे फाइन्डिङ हुन्छ आफ्नो पर्सनल आइडिएसन गर्दाखेरि नेभिगेसनमा फरक के हुन्छ त नेभिगेसन तिमीलाई आफ्नो थाहा छ कि मलाई एक्टर बन्न छ हैन मलाई रजनीकान्त बन्न छ तर कसरी बन्छु भन्ने कुरा मलाई थाहा छैन सो तिम्रो गोल तिमीलाई थाहा छ अब त्यो गोलमा चाहिँ कसरी पुग्न सकिन्छ त डिफरेन्ट आइडियाजहरु बनाऊ अर्को के हुन्छ वे फाइन्डिङ तिमीलाई कहाँ पुग्न छ त्यो तिमीलाई थाहा छ तर कहाँ पुग्न छ र कसरी पुग्न छ थाहा छैन हैन सो स्टार्ट जुन प्रब्लम डिफाइन गरेको छौ यदि तिमीसँग प्रब्लमको अलरेडी सोलुसन छ भने चाहिँ स्टार्ट बिल्डिङ अप आइडियाज अन व्हाट डज इट टेक फर मी टु बिल्ड गो देयर या स्टार्ट फाइन्डिङ वेज हैन ब्रेनस्टर्म अगेन जुन तरिकाहरू बनायो अघि मैले भनेको थिएँ तिमी रायसम्म भयो भने कसै के आइडिया सोच्थ्यौ होला त युज अफ डिफरेन्ट अप्रोचेस हैन ट्राई टु आइडिएट एज मच अल्टरनेटिभ्स एन्ड पोसिबिलिटिज द्याट यु क्यान फाइन्ड आउट युजिङ ब्रेनस्टर्मिङ राइट त्यसपछि के गर देन यु स्टार्ट क्लस्टरिङ योर आइडियाज हैन यु फाउन्ड लट अफ डिफरेन्ट आइडियाज नाउ पिक अप वान द्याट यु लाइक द मोस्ट है अनि त्यसलाई चाहिँ के गर्न थाल्छौ त तिमी प्रोटोटाइप एन्ड टेस्ट गर्न थाल्छौ अब एउटा एक्जाम्पल छ इफ यु वर एक्चुअली थिङ्किङ टु बिकम के अरे गोइङ टु ल स्कुल अनि बिकम अ लयर हैन वाट कुड अ प्रोटोटाइप लुक लाइक इट कुड बी समथिङ जस्ट इन्टरभ्युइङ समन हु इज अ लयर हैन त्यो भन्छ नि लाइक द के अरे द ग्रास अन द अदर साइड अफ द रिभर इज अलवेज ग्रीन भनेर हैन मलाई पनि अब जस्तो लाइक वेनेभर आई सी के अरे बबल्स एक्टिङ गरेको देख्दाखेरि क्या बवाल हुन्थ्यो होला थिएटर एक्टिङ गर्दाखेरि क्या रमाइलो हुन्थ्यो होला जस्तो लाग्छ नि होइन मेबी आई डु नट नो आई हेभन्ट एक्सपिरियन्स माइसेल्फ रियालिटीमा म जाँदाखेरि मेबी आई डु नट लाइक द्याट होइन अब कोही पहिला पहिला मलाई के हुन्थ्यो कन्सल्टिङमा म के अरे युनिभर्सिटी पढ्दाखेरि लाइफ अफ अ कन्सल्टेन्ट वुड बी सो सोफिस्टिकेटेड सो फन जस्तो लाग्थ्यो क्या एभ्री विक प्लेन चढाएको छ 5 स्टार होटलमा बसेको छ ट्राभल गरेको छ यताउता गएको छ त्यो त बाहिरबाट हेर्दाखेरि एउटा रियालिटी हुन्छ नि हैन सो रियल एक्सपिरियन्स के हुन्छ त when you actually go there and then test it out being in a day of a life of a consultant let's say we're a consultant a management consultant उसँग गएर बस and interview what he actually feels like and तिमीले हेर्ने perception त फरक हुन्छ तिमीलाई के रे फिलोसफी एकदम के भन्छ साइकोलोजी एकदम अलरेडी इन्ट्रेस्ट लाग्छ you could just do MOOC online open course गर कोर्स एरामा एउटा कोर्स गर हैन try out किनभने त्यसमा गर्दाखेरि के हुन्छ त तिमीलाई immediate you get a response whether you actually like it or not हैन you're doing prototyping simple like अब यसमा जुन भनेको छ नि go to a court house and observe a trial भनेको छ बसेर त्यहाँ त्यो लयरले के गरिरहेछ कसो गरिरहेछ to see do you actually relate to that हैन त्यो तिमीले जुन प्लान बनाएको थियौ त्यसलाई चाहिँ गएर सिम्पल टेस्ट गर अनि whatever you feel like हैन like if you want to be an actor theater actor go and spend a day with bubbles and see what it looks like if you want to be what it means to work as a teacher if one of you are a teacher go and spend a day with see how their life looks like prototype and test it really go and experience what it looks like अनि त्यो गर्दाखेरि तिमीले के पाउँछौ ए हजुर के छ त्यो गर्दाखेरि के पाउँछौ त तिमीले you know what you want you know what you actually prefer and you know what you do not want right so यसरी चाहिँ design think your life गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ you will actually be able to identify what you should be actually doing okay so the whole concept formulation is not difficult or sophisticated it's fine you can really use on anything the next time timi gharma if you want let's say to buy a furniture हैन के कुरा छ भने start questioning सीधै solution मा मलाई नयाँ टिभी चाहियो भनेको त solution हैन के go back to understanding what actually do you need maybe your need or a problem could actually be fixed by a book or in reality maybe you just need one person who you want to live with one particular person or let's say room partner चाहियो थियो रे हैन कहिलेकाहीँ तिमी एक्लै रुममा बस्दा बस्दा एकदम बोर हुन्छ त्यही भएर टिभी भएको भए क्या खतरा हुन्थ्यो होला है भनेर सोच्छौ रे maybe the problem is actually different तिमी अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ गरेर प्रोटोटाइप गर्दाखेरि एउटा सेम एउटा तिमीसँग रुम पार्टनर भयो भने रुम पार्टनरसँग गफ गर्न मिल्यो टाइम पास गर्न मिल्यो मेबी टिभी नै चाहिँदैन थियो हैन so try always using this questioning first okay try to understand what you actually need come up with ideas prototype and rapid testing जबसम्म तिमी successful like when you really don't feel that okay this is what I actually want and I'm good to go keep on testing keep on iteration त्यो गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ you can design think your life on every aspect and then you'll be able to tackle that any problem in your life yeah so that was basically it thank you for your past 2 days I would be happy to connect you guys on whatever platform that you frequently use let's stay in touch any questions that you might have in terms of design thinking or whatever I do or how we could possibly do design thinking in life feel free to get in touch feel free to send me messages on your feedback you know send feedback to viewfinders guys as well if you would want if you think that okay next time is to you like your design thinking just to question nagara your time 1.5 घण्टा भनेर 3 घण्टा वेस्ट गर्दै मेरो त्यही भएर नेक्स्ट टाइम चाहिँ अलिकति त्यो के फिडब्याक छ भने टेल देम or there is something that you guys want to give me personal feedback send me a message right?
And we are open for suggestion also है यस्तै खालको कोर्सहरु चाहिन्छ भन्ने पनि भन्दा हुन्छ
okay so I think that was basically it from my side thank you so much everyone for your past 2 days and past 6 hours of your time that you devoted I hope at least it was a bit more enlightening in terms of what design thinking is or what design thinking is not and how you could actually use it in anything that you want to do in life yeah that's what I have to say
so thank you everyone for this webinar session and thank you Aman dailai pani yo session ko लागि we had really good time फ्युचरमा के यस्तै खालको कोर्सहरू चाहिन्छ केही सजेसन फिडब्याकहरू छ भने हामीलाई भ्यू फाइन्डर्स एकाडेमीमा मेल गर्दा नि हुन्छ अमन दाइलाई पनि मेसेज गर्दा हुन्छ केही फरक पर्दैन त्योमा चाहिँ त्यही नै हो
Okay, let's take one quick team picture. Goodbye.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. वर्षा छुट्यो त यसपालि ओके सबजना पुरा मेकअप गरेर आए त अशोक पुरा मेकअप गरेर आए जस्तो छ Okay, great. I'll take a screenshot. I think that might actually work. Look at that. A snipping tool. Okay, wait. Smile. Great. Thank you.
Thank
High
you,
five,
Aman.
guys. There's one way
Thank
what
you,
we do
Aman.
usually in Impact Week. We give a applause to ourselves. You guys really did it. You spent your past 6 hours in something productive. So really give it up for yourself. Yeah? Cool. Great job done, guys. Have a nice Sunday. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and then make your life great again. Yeah?
Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi everyone.